It's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Glad to be back with you. In the last couple weeks, week and a half, several things have happened, and 3 of them were especially good. So I showed you a video, a couple of them, about how they were logging the area next to my house. And that whole mountain, 160 some acres. And they're doing the same thing across the road. And I don't know how big that lot is. But one thing is important is to be good neighbors. And so I did go over and meet them. They're doing their job. They bought that land, so it's up to them what they do. It's not what I prefer. I would prefer either smaller patches so you still had something growing rather than clearing so much. Anyhow, they're very, very nice people, and they've been working at being good neighbors. It's Cascade West, based out of Winston, and they bought the property, I don't know when actually, not very long ago. So I did go over and I talked to them because there's a lot of madrone on that hill. And that's a premium firewood. And so I went over to ask them if I could get a log truck load of madrone. And before I could say anything else, the owner, one of the co-owners, said, "Well, yes, of course, we can get that for you. Won't be right away, but we'll get it for you." Well, I was pretty happy. I mean, he didn't mention price or anything. And he said, we can do even better than that. We have a processor, so we can cut it in length and bring it in a dump truck. Now, a dump truck won't hold what a log truck will. But he's going to do more than one load for me. And I got the first one the other day. I want to show it to you. Look at this. Let's see if I can... Oops, wrong way. You see this? Try to stand up close. The tallest part is as tall as me. And it is a big mount. They just came and dumped it in the gate. And look at this beautiful wood. I am so happy. Now we do have a wood splitter, so Jason and I will get that out when the weather gets better, and we will have a lot of firewood. The next thing I want to talk to you about was I decided to sell my car. It's a little Chevy Volt. I love that car. I've had it for 7 years. Excellent gas mileage. But it was beginning to get a couple things wrong that I fixed. And I just didn't know how many miles that big battery, because it's a hybrid, would last. So I put it up for sale, not this last Thursday, but the Thursday before. I put it up at 11 p.m. Yeah, an hour before midnight on Thursday night. And I put it on all sorts of Facebook Marketplace things. Well, the next morning, a few minutes after 9, somebody came up to the door. Jason answered it. I was still in bed. I was awake, but I was in bed. And Jason came in and said, "Hey, Mom, somebody wants to see the car." So I quickly got up and got dressed and went out there. He asked to take it for a ride. His wife has a Chevy Volt, and so they knew about them. Mine is older, obviously. And, I mean, it was really a good car. So we went for a ride, and he made an offer less than I had asked by about $500, and I accepted it. So less than 10 hours after I had listed it, it was sold. So before 10 o'clock, we were headed in towards town. I'm 20 miles out of town to go to the bank and the DMV. And then guess what? I did not have a car. Now, being used to getting 48 miles to a gallon and needing an SUV at this time, I decided that I would be in a panic. That's what I decided. So I prayed, and then I took that all back on myself again, and I worried. And I spent hours every day but Sabbath on Marketplace and Craigslist looking for the perfect rig. Now, I did have some qualifications that I wanted, like it needed to have good power. I think when you're on a road with log trucks on just a 2-lane highway, you need to be able to get out of the way in case anything's going on. So that was really important to me. And the first car that I drove, I called it the Gutless Wonder. Then I decided to try a Kia Soul. I'd hoped to maybe get a Honda or Toyota, but I could not afford those. And I was looking for secondhand and about the same price that I had sold mine for. So I tried one out in Roseburg. It had higher mileage than I wanted. The air conditioner didn't work, so that's a no-go for me. But I loved it. Lots of power, easy to get in, good visibility. It was just a great car. So back onto Facebook, and I found one. And here's my new car. I just think it is really nice. I'm super pleased with it. It's in good shape. Without showing you my drive thing there. I mean, it's in really nice shape. So I'm happy. Took it in town today. Had to run a quick errand and then go back out to sit with some friends and that are going through a very hard process as my friend's mother is soon will be passing away. So I went there, and after I went to town, I ran in to grab some lunch real quick that I could take over to my friend's house, and I left the keys in the car. And when I came back out, the car had locked itself. Bad car. Bad car. Now, the key only came with one key fob. So tomorrow I'll be calling a dealership and seeing if they can make me a key according to the VIN number. If not, I've got to pay for somebody to come and unlock it. So, 3 really good things, one kind of bummer. Car going by. But all in all, I feel very blessed, and I want to pray blessings on you and your house, in your house and out of your house, in the day and the night, and whatever you do, keep dreaming. Goodbye, I'll talk to you later.